Liberal Democrats, that's what sets us apart from the other parties. We don't ask how we can benefit from the current system. We ask how we can change the system to benefit everyone. We don't see politics as a game of accumulating power for ourselves. We see it as a chance to put real power in everyone's hands, to give people a fair deal. Because the mess our country is in demands not a plan to tweak things, but a plan to transform everything. When I travel across our great United Kingdom, when I hear from families struggling to make ends meet, small businesses crushed under the weight of conservative red tape and crippling energy costs, patients waiting months or even years for the treatment they desperately need, when I see how so much in our country just isn't working the way it should, from crumbling schools to sewage in our rivers, I simply can't understand how the other parties don't seem to get it. Steady as she goes isn't gonna cut it. The same old answers will only leave us with the same old problem. Tinkering around the edges won't come close to solving anything. And yet, that's what both the Conservatives and Labour are offering. They're both trying to cloak themselves in the costume of change, but they're both really saying, keep things the same. Friends, our country needs change, real change, across the board, from our economy to our NHS to our environment. On issue after issue, problem after problem, the Liberal Democrat approach is so different, because we don't just want to change things on the surface, paper over the cracks, and leave the foundations to crumble underneath. We want real change that makes a real difference to people's lives. That change will only happen if we change our political system too. We're going to stop the chaos and corruption. If we're going to stop and put an end to scandals and sleaze, if we're going to have a politics that puts the country first, not parties, the people's interests, not politicians, we have to change the whole system. First past the post. It distorts democracy. It leaves millions of people feeling powerless and excluded, unable to hold those in power properly to account. Conference, we know proportional representation will be so much fairer, so much better for our politics and our country. That's why our role at this election is so critical, because only we are putting forward the transformational political change this moment demands, if we are to tackle the other crises that are hurting so many people across our country right now, like the NHS. More than 6 million people are stuck on waiting lists, 6 million. Tens of thousands of cancer patients are waiting months to start urgent treatment. People are waiting hours in pain and fear after calling 999. Ambulances are stuck outside hospitals waiting to hand patients over. Things have got so bad under this Conservative government, fixing them is an enormous task. So Liberal Democrats, let's get to work. Let's get out and knock on 5 million doors. 5 million knocks to bring the blue wool tumbling down and send more brilliant Liberal Democrats to Parliament. More Liberal Democrats from Shetland to St Ives and everywhere in between. We must show people that they don't have to settle for the status quo. We can change the system. We can give people hope. We can deliver a fair deal, smash the blue wall, kick out the Conservatives and transform our country for good.